want you to hit me in the face.
What?
I want you to hit me in the face.
Forget about it.
Joey, I want you to hit me in the face. Go ahead.
Robert De Niro is an American actor, producer, and director. He has received numerous accolades, including 2 Academy Awards, a Golden Globe Award, the Cecil B. DeMille Award, the Golden Lion, the AFI Life Achievement Award, a Presidential Medal of Freedom, and has been nominated for 6 BAFTA Awards, 4 Primetime Emmy Awards, and 4 Screen Actors Guild Awards. He has over 150 film credits to his name as an actor, 36 credits as a producer, and 2 credits as a director.
Not too many
Go
more.
ahead. All right, go ahead.
You want me to hit you?
I want you to hit me with everything you got. I want you to fucking lay me out. Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
His full name is Robert Anthony De Niro Jr., but he also goes by the names of Bobby D, Bobby Milk, Bob, and Mid Monroe. As of this production, he's 76 years old and was born on August 17th, 1943, in New York City, in the United States. He stands at 5 foot 10 inches tall, or 1.77 meters. Robert De Niro and Grace Hightower got married in 1997, and the two had a son named Elliot in 1998. They currently split their time between upstate New York and Manhattan. Robert De Niro and Ashley Judd were rumoured to be dating while filming Heat in 1995. Robert De Niro and Uma Thurman were rumoured to be dating in 1992 while filming Mad Dog and Glory together. He dated Naomi Campbell from 1991 to 1992. They made headlines in the early 90s before fizzling out, but it was later rumoured that Campbell wanted De Niro to be the father of her children. De Niro and model Veronica Webb dated in 1990. Robert De Niro and Toukie Smith dated in the 90s and had twin boys, Julian and Aaron, in 1995 via a surrogate mother. They went their separate ways a few years after the boys were born and have never talked openly about their choice to have children together after their relationship was over. Robert De Niro and Diane Abbott were married in 1976 and had a son named Raphael together that same year. De Niro and actress Lee Taylor Young dated in the early 70s. Robert Anthony De Niro Jr. was born on August 17, 1943 in the Manhattan borough of New York City, the only child of painters Virginia Admiral and Robert Downey Jr. Sr. He is of Irish and Italian descent on his father's side, while his mother had Dutch, English, French, and German ancestry. De Niro's parents, who had met at the painting classes of Hans Hofmann in Provincetown, Massachusetts, divorced when he was 2 years old after his father announced that he was gay. De Niro was raised by his mother in the Greenwich Village and Little Italy areas of Manhattan. His father lived within walking distance, and De Niro spent much time with him as he grew up. His mother was raised Presbyterian, but became an atheist as an adult, while his father had been a lapsed Catholic since the age of 12. Against his parents' wishes, his grandparents had De Niro secretly baptized into the Catholic Church while he was staying with them during his parents' divorce. De Niro attended PS 41, a public elementary school in Manhattan, through the 6th grade. He went to Elizabeth Irwin High School, the private upper school of the Little Red Sox schoolhouse, for 7th and 8th grades. He was accepted into the High School of Music and Art for 9th grade, but only attended for a short time before transferring to a public junior high school, IS 71, Charles Evans Hughes Junior High School. De Niro began high school at the private McBurney School and later attended the private Rhodes Preparatory School, although he graduated from neither. Nicknamed Bobby Milk for his pallor, De Niro hung out with a group of street kids as a youth in Little Italy, some of whom have remained his lifelong friends. His stage debut was at age 10 when he played the Cowardly Lion in a school production of The Wizard of Oz. Along with finding relief from shyness through performing, he was transfixed by cinema, and he dropped out of high school at age 16 to pursue acting. He studied acting at HB Studio and Stella Adler Conservatory, as well as Lee Strasberg's Actors Studio. At the age of 20, De Niro landed his first film role in The Wedding Party, which was directed by Brian De Palma. The two would go on to collaborate again in the feature Hi Mom. De Niro did not gain full exposure until he played the dying baseball player in the film Bang the Drum Slowly. De Niro began what would grow into a decades-long partnership with director Martin Scorsese with the film Mean Streets. In 1974, De Niro earned his first Academy Award, portraying a young Don Vito Corleone in Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather 2. From there, De Niro's career took off. He had a string of acclaimed performances, from Taxi Driver to Deer Hunter, the latter which earned him yet another Academy Award nomination. The part of Travis Bickle in Taxi Driver would make him an icon. His phrase,
You talking to me? Well, then who the hell else are you talking? You talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here.
which De Niro improvised, would go on to become a classic line in American cinema. De Niro is a fierce method actor. He worked as a taxi driver to play Travis Bickle. He lived in Sicily for Godfather 2. He learned how to play the saxophone for New York, New York. In 1980, he put it all to the test to play real-life boxer Jack LaMotta in Martin Scorsese's Raging Bull. De Niro learned how to box and gained 60 pounds for the part. The effort would prove well worth his time, and Robert ended up winning a Best Actor Academy Award for the part. In 1993, De Niro made his directional debut with A Bronx Tale. The film was written by fellow actor Chaz Palminteri and was based on his one-man show about Palminteri's rowdy youth. The film was dismissed, yet has found a small audience since the release. De Niro would not return to the director's chair until 2006 with The Good Shepherd. De Niro currently resides in New York, where he is committed to building the Tribeca area. He has invested his money and time in the Tribeca Film Festival, Tribeca Productions, and the Tribeca Grill. Outside of acting, Robert De Niro is the co-founder of the highly successful Nobu restaurant chain along with Nobu Masahisa. Today there are more than 40 Nobu locations around the world. It has been reported that the Nobu empire generates several $100 million in revenue every year. Robert is also a co-owner of the Greenwich Hotel in New York. In 2017, Robert and Australian billionaire James Packer announced a planned luxury resort called Paradise Found, which will be located on the eastern Caribbean island of Barbuda. For his part in The Wedding Party in 1969, Robert De Niro was paid $50. For Taxi Driver in 1976, he was paid $35,000. In The Last Tycoon in 1976, he was paid $200,000 plus a percentage of the gross profit. For The Untouchables in 1987, he was paid $3 million. For Midnight Run in 1988, he was paid $5 million. For Stanley and Iris in 1990, he was paid $3.5 million. For Sleepers in 1996, he was paid $6 million. For Ronin in 1998, he was paid $14 million. For Analyze This in 1999, he was paid $8 million. For Meet the Parents in 2000, he was paid $13.5 million. For The Score in 2001, he was paid $15 million. For Showtime in 2002, he was paid $17.5 million. For Analyze That in 2002, he was paid $20 million. For Meet the Fockers in 2004, he was paid $20 million. For Stone in 2010, he was paid $2.5 million, and for Little Fockers in 2010, he was paid $20 million. In June 2019, Robert's ex-wife, Grace Hightower, filed legal paperwork as part of their ongoing divorce, which gave intimate details to their finances and assets. According to Grace's filing, Robert's net worth is at least $500 million, and that he made $250 to $300 million between 2004 and 2018 alone. much of which came from his expanding Nobu empire. Under the terms of a prenup that the two signed in 2004, Grace would be owed $1 million per year for the number of years they were married, a $6 million apartment, $500,000 in cash, and half the value of their primary residence. However, Miss Hightower filed motions seeking 50% of the actor's fortune, claiming that he kept her in the dark regarding his finances for more than a decade. De Niro, who has long resided in New York City, has been investing in Manhattan's Tribeca neighborhood since 1989. He has residences on the east and west sides of Manhattan. He also has a 32-hectare or 78-acre estate in Gardenia, New York, which serves as his primary residence.